AKA Sean P. Green, AKA the commissioner of the God Chaser Sports franchises from all over the world. We compete. Sean Fudge Green. I am here giving you a brief update because number one, football's over. I'm doing it Monday at noon. Number two, I haven't done one of these in a while. So I got to catch you guys up. You know, we got a lot of God Chaser sports activity, but we also have the practical world of God Chasers in sports in general going on. Specifically, the Major League Baseball issues going on with the delay. We're gonna kind of look over it. Let's see what Yahoo Sports says about baseball. Well, maybe not Yahoo Sports. Let's go to the Major League MLB. We're going to Google. Go straight to the source. Major League Baseball. What are they saying? We got all these highlights. The path to a new CBA, trade economics for rule change. Okay. MLB lockout. That's the big issue. Okay. Atlanta Braves players better promoting young stars. Lockout. The Players Association makes first proposal since canceled games. And, you know, that's an hour ago. CBS Sports is reporting that. And the Seattle Times labor relations experts following Major League Baseball negotiations from afar. Let's just see what CBS Sports has to say about what's going on with this Major League Baseball lockout. So apparently, okay, a pitch clock. Okay, these are different agreements. They're coming up here. So the Players Association makes first proposal since canceled games. League claims offer went backwards. Under this agreement, Major League Baseball will be able to install a pitch clock, larger bases, and a shift restrictions in 2023. All right, so that was yesterday's meetings, I guess. Yesterday's meeting on what's going on. There's a lot of Rome. There's probably if you go to CBS Sports, go to the Rome's Jim Rome show. He'll give you more details if you want to observe. But how does this affect us in fantasy world? Well, we don't know if we're going to be drafting on time. We got less than 30 days that it was supposed to have been happening for the fantasy sports teams, God Chaser Sports in particular. So we don't know, but right now we're kind of paying attention to hockey and basketball. Specifically now we got March Madness. The brackets are getting set up. So we'll kind of go over that real quick while we're doing this. I'll try to make this brief. We got all kinds of different competition amongst the God Chasers, so to speak, throughout all the leagues that I created, which I don't know why I do it, but I started a new sign-on last year, and I haven't yet committed to baseball with the new sign-on. So we still have hockey and basketball still under that new sign-on, GCSports 2000, under Yahoo Sports. And, of course, DI Media Net, which is the original, not the original, I'm sorry, the second sign-on I created for Yahoo. The original was Sean P. Green, which I no longer have access to. And I also did GC Sports 2000, and I also did God Chaser Sports. Neither one of them are no longer accessible from the previous leagues that I created. So we can't go back and archive all of them. But we got some of them if you're in the leagues. We got some of the over the years. So we're all waiting for all kinds of things with the Major League Baseball. We don't know who, what, when, why, or how this stuff is supposed to go. We don't know when the lockout will end. So we'll just keep it locked on that one eventually. So, anywho, God Chaser Sports, Sean P. Green, Sean Fudge Green. You know me by a lot of things, but I do have a podcast that now I'm doing, Sean P. Green Show, which is not God Chaser Sports related. Although every now and then I'll produce a commercial about it. 30-second shout out on the Facebook page. So if you're watching this live right now, which I don't think anybody is, you have a chance to join us in many places. So, but down in the ticker below, got GCSports2000.wordpress.com is this page that you're looking at right now. Okay, that's the page, and it's got Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, which will also broadcast these. Facebook page, the Twitter page, the YouTube page, channel, and then we also have a group that will put a link to it later. So all the details are there. All right, what I want to do, I'm going through my fantasy teams. I'm finishing up setting up the basketball leagues lineups. Okay, and there's only 2 more I got left in basketball, and they might bounce me out. Who knows? But that happens sometimes. So while I'm doing that, let's just get these guys activated again. I got Chris Darty is injured. He's in my team, and I did pretty decent. I had a good, sizable win last week. So keep that in mind when I set up my lineup. But because I have so many teams, the lineups don't always allow me to set it all up all the way through. I got to pace myself. So I've been doing that before I launched this little podcast. I encourage you guys to connect with me if you want. Through YouTube, we can chat, make comments if you want. So I'm in 4th place in one of these. This is a Veterans League, okay, which is a basketball group. And it's a tough league, really is. BBC is one of the best in this league here. And I think they're a franchise that we expanded from last year. Allen was the reigning champ against Little Chut Bucks. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Hopefully it's not provocative. But we only got a couple weeks left, March 21st, as a matter of fact. And I got Gravedigger this week and Sky Riders next week. So, well, I'm locked. So that's just the Veterans League that I'm involved in. So let me just set up one more while I'm doing that. If you got any questions, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, GCSports2000 at Gmail. I got that, available. And let me just set up God Chasers Crossover League under my Sean Patrick Green or DI Media Net sign on. Got 1 or 2 players that are active and inactive. I got a range for lining them up, and then we'll go from there. Thank you for being patient. I don't proclaim to be the smartest fantasy manager. I'm active, but I'm not the smartest. Okay, and I was called out in a league I was in as being, somebody tried to label us a clown league. They're brand new this year to my fantasy team, leagues. Because of a trade I made, because of a drop I made, people are, they'll get mad. Like, how dare you? How dare you make a stupid move? Is what they'll, they'll try to call me out on it. Where, if you look at all my leagues, anybody that's competed with me over the years, I'm very competitive, and I'm usually in the playoffs. At least I try to make it in the playoffs. Yet some people just tend to think that I'm unethical in my trades or whatever. Um, so I was called out for no reason because they don't know who I am. They don't know what I do. And quite frankly, I think it's a person who's in my leagues that's new that also is cheating in another couple leagues. So I'm going to call you out, buddy. How about that? So if you want to call me, I do have a Google Voice number. Here it is. You want to call me? You want to talk? Go for it, or just go in the group. Leave a message on YouTube. I could put it on the screen. Its capabilities are endless in the digital world. So give me a call if you want. But in the meantime, just want to say, if you want to listen and watch me on my podcast, I do 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. I will take a little bit off this week. Starting Wednesday, probably I won't be doing it until the following 2 weeks later, 2 weeks from today. Come back. Gonna do a little arrangement here. My studio, I gotta make it look nice. Of course, you're looking at a virtual background, so this is not my house, but it looks nice, so I kept it up there. So, but SeanPGreen.com, I have a thing called the Sean P. Green Show. There's a podcast link on that internet. And of course, I got Twitch and Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff you want to follow. But at anywho, for the meantime, this is all about God Chaser Sports. And you can join the group anytime you want. And be a part of the community. We've been building this for 20 years, over 20 years now. This is the 23rd year I've actually been active and online through through Yahoo online fantasy sports. So it's pretty exciting. At any rate, here's one of the leagues a brand new league called God Chasers Crossover League Basketball. That where I'm in third place. I think I see what I did yesterday. I'm playing against Yao today, but I beat Syracuse, short for Syracuse. Wyoming Wind. He's staying up there on top, and I'm right behind him in points, but basically he has to lose for me to be in second place and get that bye week within the next couple weeks, because he's been very competitive this year. A couple people surprised me. Vern Lemke is in seventh place, won't make the playoffs, looks like, this year. So he surprised me. And Wyoming Wind doesn't surprise me. NC Elite doesn't surprise me. Vegas Hitman has been pretty good at keeping up with the pace with the rest of the league. So even though I won a division officially, and I'm in at least third place for the playoff, I'm locked in that right now. Here's the stats. And I'll play my rival if everything stays the same. Jeff and Yao are divisional rivals. They'll play each other. And Wyoming is the solo team playing in the championship, looks like, for Division 3. So, schedule, this is the last week. So, yep, looks like the playoffs are pretty much a lock. Let's see who we got. Yep, all 6 teams are locked in. It matters very little, but it's either I'm playing Yao or Vegas Hitman. I could play Jeff. I don't know. It could be anybody. I mean, I'm playing Yao right now, so I have to win. I should set up my team. I don't know if I set my lineup because, yeah, I think I did already, but I'm going to do it again just to make sure I'm locked in there. I have to win in order to win that spot. And Yao looks like they have the advantage with points. So that could, well, NC Elite could also beat Wyoming, but that doesn't matter, I don't think, because Wyoming is 1,000 points ahead of me. So Wyoming has to lose, and I have to win. That's the only way I can get that second spot. Amazing. I love it. I love the rivalry between a lot of these teams. So I got somebody calling me, but oh, this one's a big call. I'm going to put this on pause. All right, everybody. Sorry, I am back. I have to apologize. I just had to take a phone call. It took me about 3 minutes to. It was a very important phone call I had to take, and I was kind of scrolling a little bit on the baseball. If you guys are wondering what I was doing, scrolling the baseball leagues that we renewed. Some people that have been in these over the years, and some people that were in it before that did not want to play any further. Some of them just dropped out. Some of them have been replaced already, but there is no timetable. 24 days it says till the season starts, but that's gonna be who knows. So if you're interested in being a part of baseball, you just let me know. It's real simple. GCSports2000 at Gmail. Matter of fact, let's make sure that's in this. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the ticker. All right. Stand by while I do this live. GCSports2000 at Gmail. So simple. So yeah, I'm using a lot of free services to make sure that. All right, so here we go. And there it is, GCSports2000 at Gmail. Of course, it's on the website too. There's a link for all the contacts. But if you want to be a part of this teams, all this, all that's going on out here, be a part of it, man. God Chasers Baseball League, American League. Now, you don't have to have an American League team, and you don't have to just pick from American League players. That's just a way to divide competition, I mean, ultimately, I like to do what I did once before, is like a super ultimate league, if you will. But that takes time to do, and you're pulling data from other sources to make that happen. So, Bishop Roberts is one of the players. He's always very competitive, at the top of the pops. God Chasers Baseball League Classic I got here. Okay, I'm going through some of the old baseball leagues so you can see. There's always opening. We always try to open it up to new people. The Bombers, they have dropped out. So we have openings, even though it says reserve slot. So here we go. Bishop Roberts and the Rangers, aka Turkeys, are always very competitive in this league here. And no matter how many people we add or subtract, they're always in it. And here we go. We got an extra guy come in this year for this one. Wyoming Wind. Wyoming Wind is another competitive, or YO Elk Hunter is what he goes by. I go by Fudge on mine most of the time in most of my leagues. So if you want to be a part of these leagues, feel free to jump in. I got a Fudge Ball, which is Fudge Bowl, Fudge B-Ball, or something. I have all these different names. One Accord Grand Slam is another one. And I got, of course, the Veterans League. They're all ready to draft as soon as we're ready to know when the season will start. But hockey, basketball, football's in there. Plus we got the tournament hockey, or for basketball. So we got a couple of yous in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 of us, looks like. So if you want to be a part of it, come on in. Got 14 members. There's the link for it. I'm going to copy that. Here's this year's link for. Put another new banner. See if we can do it. Yeah. Add banner. And here's the invitation. So you'll see that on the Facebook group. Okay, so I'm going to do that live this moment. The group is the last click. I'm going to put basketball tournament. You got to join the group. It's a private group. I think most of the things are private. Make sure I didn't put it in there already. Stand by. Okay, I got that. Yeah, it's kind of a lag here. I have good internet, but I don't know why it's not showing. You see a couple of the old. All right, let me just delete some of these old ones. These are just announcements. These are not active links. So let me just delete a couple of these. Delete post. Okay. Let me delete this post too. Delete post. Delete. This one's a link, so that's live. That's something you can watch later if you're interested. Fantasy recap is fun to me, but it can get a little boring, so I always need some guests to come on. All right, let's drop these. These are old though. Sean Patrick Green, Sean Fudge Green, Fudge Malloy is another nickname of mine. I think the last one I did of these was February 15th. So I mean, if we do a monthly update, I think it would be fine. All right, so I'm putting it in the God Chaser Sports group. College basketball tourney 2022. There you go. Here's a link. Post. Join the group, guys. So if you're in the group, you get the link. There it is. Bam. Click that link and it comes up. November 2nd. I got November 2nd still in there. Delete that one. What else? Anything else? You guys got something else you want to talk about? All right, check out all these old. I'm gonna put the link for this particular episode later. So these are a lot of older links that I've had over the years. So I have to delete some of that stuff. So Major League Baseball, basketball, hockey. Any questions? Any comments? These are, like I said, here's some stuff that I do. Sean P. Green Show. If you guys are interested. Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Okay. Now back to what we are all about here is GC Sports. Keep it locked in GC Sports. All right, let's get back to basketball. As you can see, this is how my tabs up on top are all over the place. So right now the NFL Combine is a big topic. What rookies are doing what? Is Derrick Henry still worth it? We got the draft coming up next month. So everybody's going to get their picks in. Who you think's going to make it? See what's going to be worth it. We got hockey. For anybody that knows, I'm from Buffalo, New York, and we have the Buffalo Sabres, who are probably the biggest disappointment ever. And my fantasy hockey teams have been up and down in different leagues for many years. And right now, this is where I stand. I'm in 4th, 5th, 4th, 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 1st, 5th, 11th. That's the team I was called out on, by the way. 5th and 2nd. This is the worst team I've ever had so far. But this is a new league too, so we don't know how this is going to happen, how this is going to come out. So let's start today. I know it's already in 32 minutes in. 32 minutes in, we're going to start with hockey breakdowns, okay? Because the playoffs are coming up very soon. We have a couple locks here on God Chasers Hockey League East. So far, Ontario, listen, I beat them. It's my divisional rival. But Ontario Mavericks still is a lock. When's the playoffs? Okay, we got 3 weeks left in this league. Playoffs look like Ontario Mavericks and Bishop Roberts will be the top 2. But hey, on thin ice right there. Was on top. Bishop, bam, going to take out whoever he can from this point on. Definitely the most active. Right below me in 6th place is a divisional rival who is just as active. But he lost last week, who one of our division. So this is what it looks like so far. I'm playing Isaiah. Big game of the week would have to be. I don't know. I don't think any of these games. I'd say on thin ice and Bombers, because the Bombers have to win if they're going to try to make these playoffs, and they're 20 points behind, 22 points behind the Puckers. So that's not going to work for him. All right, let's go to God Chasers Hockey League. That was the East. Let's go to the West. Okay. I won last week, but the Boo Boo Bandits. Let's see who the all-time is. Okay, Boo Boo Bandits beat the Liberty Flames, and Liberty doesn't look like they can make the playoffs, but who knows? Got a couple more weeks left also. I'm in 4th, so I'm doing good. I had a good win. Bandits took out on thin ice, 8-1, and that could hurt them. Who knows? The Liberty Flames are continuing their roll. I think they beat last week. Flames beat Lockport, divisional rival, and of course I got Albert, which is wasn't a big huge win. Let's see, last week Boo Boo taken out on thin ice. That was huge. So I got to take him on this week, Boo Boo. Flames and Turkey, they're both fighting for the last couple spots. On thin ice should beat Blue Line. And the Sharks Lemke, that's the game of the week, in my opinion. Divisional rival. And I mean, the Sharks, they got it. They're doing it. So I'm surprised they didn't lock in. I think because, still 3 weeks. I got to play Boo Boo, Lockport, and the Breadman. Boo Boo is the defending champ. Let's get to God Chasers Hockey League International. Here we go. I didn't do too well against Alberta Clippers, aka what is his name? Okay, Black and Blues are. I'm surprised they didn't lock in, but Black and Blues are running the table. Lockport just trashed Florida Freeze, who is not active. So they're trying their best, but it looks like it's a lock for Alberta Clippers. 254 points. And then the Blues got 272 points. So, and Blues beat Wonderful Zeal last year. Zeal does not look like they're going to make the playoffs. It's a top 4 team championship, and looks like it's a lock for Alberta on thin ice, black and blue and Lemke. Looks like I am bumped out after that loss last week. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows what can happen? All right, international. Now we got the Christian League. We got Boo Boo Bandits, aka Jaja Bees, as that's their nickname. Germano goes by on Yahoo. So Araya Roboto Gas. I'm sorry, that's Germano. Is the defending champ, which changed his name back to Jaja B. You can see he had his name changed a couple times around here. Different leagues kind of goes with different names. So, yep, number 3 ranked right now, defending champ, is a pretty tight competition right now with Pred Heads, and I lost to him last week, but I'm still in the top 4, and it's a top 6 playoff, so I could still finish off the season decently. We got the schedule here. I got the Pred Heads, the Knights, on thin ice, and Cutthroats. And Cutthroats are out. On thin ice is still marginal. Bread of Life, Nighttime. It's pretty tight towards that end there. 164, 175, 172. Lemke just looks like he's not going to make it. Does not look like he's going to make it. So I got to go against number 1 this week. My divisional rival. Team I lost to a couple years ago. If you look at 2018. So that's going to be interesting. See what happens. What else we got? As far as God Chaser Sports League, so let's go to God Chasers and Jesus Freaks 1. And let's see. I'm not looking too good in this one. Although I won last week, does not mean anything because I'm in very bad shape. I don't know how my division, how I'm doing so bad. I got Seneca Streak Sabres is the name of this team. I usually go by Yahweh or something else, but Seneca Street Sabres, my team this year. And here's what I was talking about. This guy Matthew was calling me out, calling this a clown league. If you want to see that, but check this out. He's calling this a clown league. I would never, ever do anything. Thought joining a Christian league would help avoid the BS from a lot of other leagues out there, but I guess that wasn't the case. If you trade a month. I traded with Yao, and apparently I made a really bad choice. Okay, because this guy calls me out, says I blame Seneca for sending clearly lopsided trade, dropping one of your good players. Okay, I dropped somebody who I thought was underperforming the last couple of weeks, so I'm trying to explain it to him, and I even got a chat that they can join in on if they wanted, but apparently Hayden and Wilson, the 2 top teams in this league, were very upset with that. So controversial moves basically that I made that destroyed my reputation with these are new people that never played in my leagues before, so they didn't know how I operated. But apparently I'm not doing well, and these 2 guys are doing great. So hey, it is what it is. I gotta play Yao one more time, but man, I've been losing poorly in this league since the beginning. A couple good wins here and there, a couple inactives, but I'm not making moves. I just not making the right decisions according to these top 2 players. So playoffs is top 16. Of course, I won't make it. But congratulations to you guys that are in the top 6 right now. Leesburg Lightning. Okay, you're 9 and 10, so you're under 500. Bobby B, Jeffrey C, They're 8 and 11, so they're right behind you. And 10 and 11, or 11 and 8 is in fifth place. So here's the matches, and let's see who we got going against each other. All right, so that's embarrassing. 14 and 5 versus Vancouver Millionaire 11 and 8. That's game of the week. Pretty high scoring, but Matthew is definitely blowing it out. Undefeated. Congratulations. Lockport Lemke is still going to win his division, it looks like. So congratulations on that, guys. And I also got a God Chasers and Jesus Freak 2, which I think I lost last week. I don't know, let's double check. It's rivalry week against Kingdom Seekers. Yeah, I lost. My Petrie burns like Hallabuck. I guess that's what he calls himself. 17-2. He's running the table. Everybody else is Lemke's right there. My division rival. He's doing really well. 6-0 in our division. Very active. And I'm still in fifth place. Playoffs is a 16 playoff team. So there's hope for me. But this dude is blowing it out. 7,400 points. So congratulations on that guy. So this is all hockey. I got one more. It's a veterans. Let's hit up basketball. Doing a pretty decent. I think I'm not. Maybe one team I'm not as well. 7 or better. So that's not bad. I got Chasers East Coast. What are we doing here? I'm playing Bishop this week. I'm in 7th place. And the playoff is for, looks like, the playoff is for 6 teams, okay? So how far back am I from 6th place? I think pretty far back. So I'm under 500. Everybody's 6 higher up or over 500. So the Knights Templar would have to really do bad the next few weeks in order for me to make it. Dakota beat me, my rival. So that doesn't help at all. Probably going to zoom this in a little bit better. So you guys got any questions? Feel free. Make a comment. Okay, what else we got going on? Basketball. Let's go back to basketball. This is now, then this is DI Media sign in. All right. Western Conference. So that was Eastern. Bishop Roberts tied up, I think, for our division. For the Eastern and the Western, once again, Andy, aka Bishop Roberts, top of the same division that I'm in. And the expansions, you got Hoax and My Vitas are the top 2 teams in that division. I'm in 5th, so I got hope in this division, this playoff. Not so much in the previous one. And remember, I got college tournament bracket. Who did I beat last week? QO23 is who I beat last week. So not much competition. But this week I'm playing Yao, so that's division rival. I'm a point behind, so I got to do well. Got to maintain my status in my division. All right, so Gospel of B-Ball, another God Chasers franchise. 3rd place. I defeated Center of Attention. Very active usually. Not so active this year. Let's see. Who's the defending champ? Gilberto, a.k.a. Bread of Life. 3 points behind Grumpa. I got Chalmers this week. Center of Attention, Grumpa. And it's going to come down to just a few of us, looks like. Got 2 more weeks left for the playoffs. 6-team league. Looks like it's locked. I don't think anybody 7th through 10th is going to make this playoffs at all. So, well, it looks like we're already kind of beating each other up in the top brackets here. So it's anybody's game. Here's an interesting league. One Accord B-Ball Jam, the first one. Because these are all expansion teams, except for Rocks Brigade has been in our leagues. But these 3 teams, I believe, are run by the same people or person. These 2, they trade with each other. They don't trade with anybody else. So, and of course, they attempt to trade with other people, and I deny them because I just feel like they're cheaters. So here's your Omega division that's brand new, 3 franchise expansions. I put them with the the champ from the last 2 years, Rocks Brigade, and this is the result. Rocks Brigade is holding his own. Okay, and that's gonna be a great matchup between them and Hot Rod, who's another expansion team for this league. This league's not doing too well as far as active players. So we got active players that are cheating. We got inactive players doing nothing, contributing nothing to this competition. And we also have active veterans. So who knows what's going to happen. I'm in 3rd place. I'm playing Debo. I should do well. And everybody else looks like they're going to stay where they're at. This is the game of the week, Hot Rod and Rocks Brigade, though. So we'll see what happens. It's good. Good competition. B-Ball Jam 2's coming up here in a second. I'm playing ND, a.k.a. RJ, who I think is a champion last year, or was in it last year. No, he played a couple years ago. Nats, ND, I think they call it. RJ is his other name. So I'm playing him this week. And I got to win in order to get up a level to get in these playoffs, because six playoff teams. Scruffy, all-time loss to Guyano. Space Jam 1, I think. Yep, 3,000 a couple years ago. So that's a good matchup. It's going to be an interesting playoff, and this has been the most active league, I think, collectively with all the people of all of the leagues. So One Accord B-Ball Jam 2 is what we call it. Flavor nights. So I didn't finish well almost every year in this one. And if I don't win this match this week, it's going to be more of the same. Won't make the playoffs again. Just can't win in that one. But I like it. I'm also got the Veterans League and then the God Chasers Crossover League playing Yao. I think we mentioned that we have a couple new leagues, and this is one of them. So congratulations. We did kind of talk about this in the very beginning. NC Elite. So all 6 teams that are in the playoffs are locked. And this is the first year, so there's no history. And March 14th, which is next Monday, is when the playoffs start. So can I beat Yao, and can Wyoming lose to the Elite and bump me up to the bye? That would be awesome. If not, I'm playing my rival, the Hitman. So, anywho, so that's the DI Media Net sign in. I'm not going to extend this any further. We got other sign-ins. I'm going to set up all these leagues. Maybe I'll talk more about it next. And I got a Buffalo shout out. It's just kind of like a ghost thing. And I got a couple other leagues. I'm just kind of participating in other people's leagues. That's all that is. But the GC Sports leagues, I'm going to, set all these guys up, my lineups for the week. And that's it. That's all I got for today. One of these days, you guys are going to have to join in the conversation with me. We'll get into it. I really want to get into it with you guys. Let's have some conversations. But in the meantime, you guys can check out God Chaser Sports, the official WordPress or website for now. GCSports2000.wordpress.com. And check out all the links. We got the group, Twitter, Facebook, and that's it, really. Basketball invitations on there. You could donate using these Cash App and Gmail. I think you can also do the GC Sports 2000, maybe. Maybe not. So, but if you guys get a chance, man, go to check out my podcast. I do Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Talk about all kinds of stuff. Could be any topic. If you want to bring up sports while I'm broadcasting, go for it. I talk about politics, religion, current events, things I've done locally, things that are happening internationally, whatever. So check that out. SeanPGrant.com. You can always call me 716-253-1870. That's it. That's all I got for today, guys. But maybe we'll recap my other league another day. In the meantime, stay tuned.